This is Rudkowski.
You want to give me a camera?
No, I don't have to give you a camera. No, I don't have to give you a camera. It's my First Amendment right as an American citizen.
We don't take pictures, okay?
We have every right to.
Let's get a picture.
Hey, don't put your hand on me. Hey, I want charges pressed on this guy. If you're not doing nothing wrong, you shouldn't mind me filming. You're a public servant.
And in the fight for accountability, I'm joined with Mr. Officer Justice.
You're supposed to enforce the law, not break the law. You violated the law. You're supposed to.
Come on, arrest me.
What are you gonna do, bite me with your gold tooth?
How long have you been on the force of good?
For the past 3 or 4 years.
3 or 4 years?
Yeah. And I don't have a silver badge or anything, but I have a video camera. That's my weapon of choice.
It's good to have you on the force.
It's good to be here.
That's not how you're supposed to park an official police vehicle.
Right. But I wonder if he's doing his job or if he's in the bank. You know, we shall find out. In the bank.
Excuse me, sir. How you doing?
Hey, no parking anytime. No parking on the sidewalk, but you're in the bank, not nice. Naughty, naughty, naughty. You've been naughty.
Are you guys supposed to enforce the law? Good job.
They ran away without violence, without intimidation or threats. They knew they were wrong, and they just said, all right, let's get out of here quick and not make a big scene out of this. But very often they come out and they try to intimidate.
And try to scare you.
One tactic is, let me see your ID. Wait a second, there's no law in New York City that says I need to show ID in order to take pictures in a public street. Give me a break.
Yeah.
But most of the public melt when the police officers use their techniques called verbal judo. The way they shout at you, the way they use their words to intimidate you. That's usually enough to make you melt.
But it doesn't work on
If you don't, then they take the next step, which is like pulling out a weapon, pulling out their stick, and making a very offensive posture, you know.
Good job.
You know, everybody has their own mission in what they want to accomplish. You know, I'm working with a very low level of infraction, parking violations, driving violations. But it's my opinion that we have to put out a small fire before it becomes an inferno. And unfortunately, if there's no good system of checks and balances, and if there's no public pressure on the government, on the police department to do their job properly, the department will grow more arrogant, and the level of their infractions will grow.
And what I hope to see is the people out there become their own Jimmy Justices and go out there and actually go out and you know, level the playing field. I mean, it's in our hands right now.
Yeah.
Justice is right in front of us, and all it takes is someone courageous and someone brave as yourself to take charge and run with it. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing it. You're an inspiration. Keep up the great work.
Apparently that police officer on the motorcycle is just waiting to look for a reason to give somebody a ticket. What he's doing right now, it is a gray area.
How about we just start filming him and he's probably going to come up to us?
That's probably what will happen, yeah. We are keeping a safe distance. We're across the street.
Yep.
So we're not interfering with him while he's doing his job. We're just observing.
Yeah.
And this is perfectly allowed according to the law, and everybody should be doing this 24 hours a day. All right, here he goes.
Hello guys.
Hey, how you doing?
How are you guys?
We're doing good. How you doing?
Melting.
It's a little hot.
Being out is not bad. Being out with this thing on.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, get some iced coffee or something, you know.
Get some water.
Stay in the shade. I'll tell you the truth. This particular police officer did not harass us in any way, shape, or form. He's doing his job and he understands the law. That you can take photography and video in a public place. And when he pulled up, he was actually a gentleman. So there's nothing wrong with that guy.
Exactly.
You know, he's doing his job. He's not out harassing people for no reason. More power to him. The procedure is to have your video camera recording at all times, and if you're going to go up to the cop and ask him questions, do it in the most respectful way possible. don't ever use your hands. Don't ever touch a police officer in any way, shape, or form. Don't threaten a police officer with violence. That is actually wrong. We're not about violence, we're about justice. And ask the police officer questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions, that's your right. Don't be afraid to make a videotape, that's your right.
Be polite.
Be polite.
As nice as you can, but most importantly, don't put your hands in your pockets so he doesn't think you have a weapon as well. Keep your hands out in the open at all times, and always be as respectful, as nice as you can, and stay calm. Don't be nervous, and look them in the eyes. I found out that works out a lot. That humanizes them for them. Instead of you're not an object anymore. You're a human being when you lock eyes to each other, and they see that you're not a crazy person or someone trying to hurt them or attack them. Because sadly they deal with the worst human beings in the world, like murderers, rapists, and sadly most of them think that everybody's like that everybody's a horrible human being. But when you show them, when you're polite to them, nice to them, respectful, look them in the eyes, they know that they're dealing with somebody else.
I think it's also important to note that if you're going to take pictures or photograph the police, you should make sure that you don't have any weapons on you, you don't have any contraband, you don't have any warrants for your arrest, because if a police officer doesn't like you for your opinions, they're going to look for every reason possible to arrest you. Don't give them a reason by having a weapon or having drugs on you or by doing anything stupid.
And don't run up on them.
Don't run up on them. Don't scare them. Don't run away from them. Just stand your ground, be polite and firm, and make your video.
You're not doing anything wrong. You're just talking to them, having a conversation, and they're gonna say you're breaking or violating some law. It's also good because in some states like Illinois and Massachusetts, they have wiretapping laws.
Oh yeah, I wanted to bring that up as well. If you have your video camera out in the open, that is not a violation according to the words of the law of wiretapping. But people are getting arrested for it anyways, even in their own home, even on the front lawn of their own property.
And like in New Hampshire, you have to notify them. So especially with federal agents, so if you're dealing with federal agents, you have to notify them. It's just, officer, you're being recorded right now through audio and video, just so you know, for my legal record. This is nothing against you, nothing personally against you, but this is here for evidence if something happens.
Yeah, it's for my protection and also for yours.
I actually met other police officers on random occasions that were extremely nice to me, that recognized me, offered to buy me dinner. For no reason, just because they appreciate what I do, because they know there's some bad apples within the police department.
And those bad apples make the entire police department look bad, including the ones who do their job properly. Because the public looks at a police officer. There are 30,000 of them in New York City. They view every police officer as one because they all wear the same uniform. If someone had a bad experience with a rude or obnoxious police officer, he might let it out the next day on a different police officer who didn't do anything wrong. So it's also in the best interest of the city and of the police department to get rid of the bad apples. I'm not against the police department. I'm just against bad cops who abuse their authority.
They should hire us, actually.
I would make a great internal affairs investigator.
Mayor Bloomberg should actually hire us so we could actually do our job.
Mayor Bloomberg, if you're watching, hire us, me and Luke. We will be the best internal affairs investigators that the city has ever seen.